Hello folks and welcome back. This episode we've got everything from snow monkeys to the world of wizardry. Come on along as we continue our adventures in Japan.
We left Hakuba from the bus station. It was pretty hectic and busy as everything seemed to be in Hakuba, but we managed to get on a bus and we got to Nagano in time to get on another bus to head up to a park to see snow monkeys.
So we had a nice hike to start with here. It was nice and snowy. These monkeys are the northernmost primates in the world other than humans, and they've adapted in certain ways, including growing a really thick coat of fur to survive here, and they also enjoy warming up in the natural hot springs. So we've got some shots here of hanging out in the hot tub. We had about 10 days left in Japan before our flight out, and we only wanted to spend about a week in Tokyo, so we decided to spend a couple days just unwinding following our pretty physical ski visit to Hakuba, and headed down to relax for a couple days in Kamakura.
So this is a pretty neat spot, pretty close to the coast, and we actually had great weather. I think we had almost double-digit weather. It was just beautiful to walk around. Kamakura kind of center is really nice cafes, shops, some really cool shrines, as well as a beach. So the first day we kind of checked out some of the shrines and some of the shops. The second day we were able to take the monorail, and that was pretty neat. We got to see kind of some great views from the monorail, including Mount Fuji, which was a surprise. It was a really clear day, great view of Mount Fuji. And then the monorail kind of dropped us off maybe a 5-10 minute walk from Enoshima Island. So we checked that out too.
So the big attraction here is a couple of shrines, and these are shrines to the goddess Benzaiten. She's a goddess associated with the sea, with wealth and good fortune, and also with music and creativity. So we made some wishes there to keep bringing you super exciting YouTube videos. So hopefully she helps us with that. We also had one of their delicacies here. This is, I think you say, taco senbei. These are thin, crispy crackers that they make by pressing either whole octopuses or whole shrimp. And they really clamp this thing down with the batter on this hot iron press and flatten it and make you a really crispy cracker. One of the reviews I had read here was, it is a unique and visually interesting snack with a distinct seafood flavor. That was about as complimentary as I could be. These were not the tastiest snacks that we had, but it was unique to the area and they were popular, so we gave them a try.
The island itself was just really cool to walk. You walked everywhere. It was really neat. Lots of shrines, kind of lots of shops again, lots of tourists, but it was good. Lots of nice views. Again, more views of Mount Fuji, as well as kind of a lookout tower that we were able to go up. So we had a really good day here.
Yeah, it was nice just strolling around and relaxing. In Kamakura itself, we also got to see the Great Buddha of Kamakura. This one, you could actually go inside for like a really small fee of like $1, which was pretty cool, and see how it was all pieced together. I think it was about 7 or 8 pieces of bronze that were fitted together, and they did this way back in like 1252. So it was really cool to see the engineering from the inside of this giant Buddha of Kamakura as well.
The other thing I really liked about Kamakura is the plum blossoms were starting to come out. So this is the first time we'd seen this, so it was a bit early, our visit, for the cherry blossoms. But the plum blossoms are similar and really, really nice. So one of the shrines, there was kind of a couple trees out in full bloom, and that was really nice.
So after a couple of days of relaxing here in Kamakura, it was time to head on up to Tokyo. We've got so much to show you from there. In the next episode, we'll get a little head start and show you the first attraction we made it to, which was the Making of Harry Potter studio tour.
So this was really neat to see. As a Harry Potter fan, I think it's a must-see. There's also a similar exhibition in London. And so I think they're kind of similar, but a little bit different. And we've never been to the one in England, so this one was a highlight for us. It was a long kind of tour. We spent kind of the most of the day there, but it was really well done. Just the attention to detail. It was a mix of sets that were actually used in the movies and sets they had reconstructed because they didn't have them at this location. So it was kind of a bit of everything from the movies. I think for me, some of the highlights was it was very interactive. There were a lot of like kind of places for photos and interactions. One of the things we did is we actually kind of got to be a part in a Quidditch match for taping it. We were the crowd, and so it kind of showed you how they make the movie and how they get the crowd to do it. So that was kind of a neat interactive part of it that I liked. I also really enjoyed kind of walking through. They had the dorms for all the different houses. So the actual Gryffindor dorm was, I think, the one they'd used in the movies. So it was kind of neat to see that all set up and all the furniture and all the kind of, the portal entry to it. It was well done.
I liked some of the behind the scenes stuff that talked about set design, even the sound design and things like this, but the construction, and then a bunch about the robotics, the animatronics that they used for some of the creatures. And I didn't realize that for Hagrid, the big guy, for some of the shots that were where he's more in the distance, they actually had an animatronic head that you could operate by remote control to make him blink and to make him move his facial features. I thought that was so cool, actually, that as soon as I got home here, I made my own animatronic version of myself. So this is not actually me in the videos. I don't even have to be here. This is animatronic Craig.
What was also pretty neat about that is that they, you kind of saw the transition from using some of the old technology in the earlier movies to using a lot more digital technology. So that was kind of cool that you got to see that transition of how the technology changed over the years of making all these movies.
It was a fun stop. You're the bigger Harry Potter fan, but it was a really neat day out.
Enjoyed our visit to the seaside and our first stop in Tokyo. So what's up next?
We've got so much more to see in the world's biggest metropolis, Tokyo. We've got the Team Labs digital art exhibits. We've got sushi, cat cafes, city tours, you name it. It's a great week ahead in that next episode. Do come back soon. We'll see you in Tokyo.